Hello, welcome to African History class with me, Ambassador Abdullahi Adojo. Today, I want to talk briefly about uh, an explorer, okay, a Scottish explorer, Mungo Park. What did you know about him? We were told that Mungo Park discovered River Niger. That was not true. That was not true. They were all aware of River Niger. Jones, the location was what they did not know. And so that was what he was coming to do, or what he came to do, to know the path or the course of River Niger, that is, where the river passed through. And so that was what he came for in 1795. In 1795, Mungo Park came from Scotland to Gambia. In Gambia, there he stayed with the contact, Dr. John. So he stayed with Dr. John for almost 5 months. Ordinarily, he did not intend to stay so long like that, but because he was having a serious fever, the change of environment, for instance, if you move from one place to the other, you have such a problem. And so he was having fever and different types of sicknesses, and he could not continue his work or start his work immediately. So he stayed with John for 5 months. So at the end of 1795, he started his journey on his with two servants or two people, Dembe and Johnson. Johnson was a freed slave, while Dembe was still an enslaved person, although he was promised of being freed at the end of the journey. And so they started the journey from Gambia, followed him on a horse. So when they were coming or heading to Sego, Sego was or is a town on the River Niger, just like Ida, in the headquarters of Igala Kingdom in Kogi State. And so they headed the direction, and they were passing through various communities. So many of these communities were thinking that either he was a Christian spy or a slave raider or something like that. So they were attacking them, stealing many things from them. In fact, he came to a place, Ludara. So he came to Ludama. That community was an Arab community or a Moor community. The chief arrested him, and he was imprisoned for 4 months. So after staying for 4 months, later one of the followers, the servants, Johnson, planned a way for him to escape. He was later released, or he managed to escape, but one of the servants, Dembe, was held captive, so by the people. So they said he will become their slave. Although he continued the journey to Sego, where he later reached River Niger. And so he became very happy, although the people did not allow him to go to the town of Sego, but he was happy that he was able to meet River Niger. Then later he moved a bit downstream to Sila, but he discovered that he no longer had enough food or supplies, and so it would be dangerous for him to continue the journey. So he had to move back or return to Gambia. So he returned through another route, and when he was going again, he came to a community, Kamalia, where he fell very ill. He had another serious fever. But luckily for him, he met another slave trader who promised to take care of him, and the person took care of him for almost 7 months. So before he was a bit better. And so the trader, like I said, promised to take him back to England or America. So later, the trader discovered that there was a slave ship in the Gambia. This slave ship was American-owned. And so he also found out that one of the officials, the surgeon, was dead. And so, Mungo Park being a surgeon, yes, I did not tell you, he was a surgeon and of 23 years old when he came to Nigeria in 1795. So he reached the River Niger in 1796. So going back in 1797 now, this was when he was having the difficulty in going back. But this man was able to help him. So this slave ship that was there without the surgeon, or that they have lost the surgeon already, Mungo Park offered himself as a replacement, free of charge, and so he was accepted. So by this time, many people thought he had died, particularly his people that sent him from England. And so he joined this slave ship from Gambia to America. Then he went to, was able to reach England. And when he came, many were shocked because they thought he had died. So he went back home, yes. And there he wrote a book, Travel in the Interior of Africa, where he wrote the stories, his experiences, the good things and the bad things, his encounters. And so this was his trip to Africa, or to Nigeria. No, this time around, not Nigeria. This was his trip to West Africa, and he went back to his country, England, in 1797. But we were told that Mungo Park died in Nigeria. Did he actually die in Nigeria? Where did he die if he died in Nigeria? And when did he die? We were told again that Mungo Park discovered River Niger. That was a lie, like I've told you. River Niger was already there. He came to check the course or the direction of flow of the River Niger. For more, you can invite the United Igala Kingdom International Mobile Museum and Research Center to your school or to your event, where we give you raw and true history of any part of Africa that you want. Again, you can share this one with others. Let them learn about the true history of Mungo Park and his visit to the Niger River. God bless you. God bless you.